gentlemen, welcome to today's show. And our topic today is personal branding. How important is personal branding? Is it important to you? And is it something that you should be concerned about? Are you considered to be conceited or smart if you care about personal branding growth? Now it's a time more than ever to focus on growing your personal brand. And the reason is that companies that are now companies are evolving. They want to what they call humanize their brands. They want to reach their customers in a very different and personal way and engage with the consumer and the customers. And whoever is better than that is the employees, the leadership, to have a direct contact with them. There are several examples now about companies that are reaching out to the customers directly through their staff as their brand ambassadors on the various social media platforms, whether they're reaching for the crowd who are hanging out here on Facebook, or they might be on Instagram, or the younger crowd on Snapchat, with their message and the different styles. So this is what is happening at the moment. When I raise the question, is it smart or is it conceited to think about your personal brand? I got some interesting feedback when I posted a blog on this. One comment was that if you lose your brand and integrity, you lost everything. And what it means is that when you're talking about a hotel company, hotel management company, or any company that has a management agreements selling their services, the biggest asset that they have is their brand. And I think that you should think along the lines on your personal brand. That's your most important asset that you have in terms of what you can do with it. And when you do that, then it opens up a great deal of opportunities for you to do something more than you have done until now. And there's always room for improvement. I know it for my personal self also. So we're going to touch here on these topics here. Why personal brand? Does it really work? How do I start? And who should do it? So I want to share with you first sort of my personal story here. I started with my career when I was in the early 20s, and I worked through all the way until in the hotel companies until I was in the early 60s. And after I left my corporate career, I found there was a gap. There's the old story that once you don't have a business card, corporate business card, who are you? And where is your network after that? Yes, you may have a network that you have nurturing for many, many years, but those networks are slowly but surely going to be as friends, but it's very difficult to develop new networks. I found that out. So I decided to try something else. I started to create my own brand through the consultancy, but more importantly, I created a brand called The Social Hotelier, which I opened up the very first Facebook page that you're looking at now. I started my mission was to help people like myself who are in a certain part of the career, but also help hotels, the industry that I love and my passion is, to help them to grow their business through the social media. But I also realized that in order to do that, you have to take it in certain steps. And this is what I learned. But what I learned is if I go consistently live on and tell my unique story here, I can also help other people. And that's what inspires me. But it also opened up more opportunities. It opened up opportunities where I'm invited regularly as a keynote speaker for tourism conferences, which we are talking about these very same things. I write regular blogs, and I wrote an article once for the Finnish newspaper for everybody, or the Finns who are here watching. It's called Kauppalehti. The question was about what are the Chinese market needs and how can they grow to Finland, and what are the particular things that they are requiring. And this article got traction. So there were hotel developers, hotel owners that contacted me to see whether I could help them out. So this nurtures into bigger and better things when you are regularly on social media, whether you are doing live shows, whether you are writing blogs or doing podcasts. So there are many ways how you can do it. So it really has worked for me. And I also learned and I watched very carefully how certain brand leaders are using the platform, and of course learning every day as I go by. So that's what I want to share with you about my personal story, and I'd like to encourage you and inspire you to give it a try. I can assure you it's not something that will happen overnight. It takes time, but if you stick with it and you are willing to keep on learning, I can guarantee you the success will come eventually. That I promise you.